Cause you're my start, bazooka, cause you're my start, bazooka, cause you're my start, bazooka, cause you're my start. You're the perfect person for a guy like me, and I know for sure that we are meant to be. If your heart is blocked, then I may have the key. Could you please be mine? Hey, you trapped my soul, you broke my law. I think you're safe, cause you stole my heart, trap my soul, like bazooka, bazooka, cause you're my star, bazooka, cause you're my star, bazooka, cause you're my star, bazooka, cause you're my star.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hey guys, I literally just noticed the title was wrong. Let me change that. Although, to be honest, I thought I changed it. How's it going, guys? Alright, so for this stream, we're going to be doing, done! For this stream, we're going to be doing, just like touch-ups around the area. Optimizations. Oh my god. Places need so much optimization. It's not running well. It is a lot of trees being loaded, and this engine doesn't like, well, it doesn't like a lot of objects. So, it's not gonna be, well, I'll be touching it up, adding little details here and there, sure, but at the same time, I'm gonna be adding a lot of boring things like these, which are occlusion planes. Which basically, they don't load anything behind it. So I have to hide it in this wall. So, if I hide it inside this wall, this occlusion plane, this wall still gets loaded, but the trees behind it don't. Unless they're visible, like I'm standing here and I can see the trees coming above, they'll still load in, but if I go right up to the wall and my entire screen space is filled with the occlusion planes, then they won't load. Just trying to, you know, squeeze as much, you know, optimization out of this area as I can. How's it going with you guys? Will you show us that dope gate from yesterday? Yes, yes. Thank you, by the way, for reminding me about that. Let me check. Right, alright. Wait, does this place have a name so I can get here quickly. Could have sworn. You know what? Let me just pop a quick name on this place. And then maybe we can check out as to why that gate isn't loading. Front of it isn't, at least. I just need to see where I can't remember where I need. Marker data. Okay. Marker data. Hey Namukun. Fortunately, I missed yesterday's stream. Speaking of yesterday's stream, sorry about the... I was wondering what the hell was going on at the end there. Nobody was like chatting. I thought everyone was just kind of chill and not saying anything. But it turned out like all of Twitch's like chat functions went down. So if you guys were talking to me yesterday towards the end, I wasn't answering. I couldn't see anything. Deep Scorn. I'm just gonna call it Deep Scorn because it isn't Deep Scorn Hollow. Settlement. Yeah, I think settlement. Deep Scorn. Alright, that's that named. Oh, actually, no. I got to change it. AAATS4. Deep Scorn. Alright, now let's check out what the hell might have been wrong with this gate. Would you mind giving us a quick rewind of yesterday's stream, please? What was a quick rewind? People made me drink water. I placed rocks and trees. Not the most exciting. All right. Wait for everything to load up. I'll show you what it was supposed to look like, and not what the goddamn game made it look like. That's what the front is supposed to look like. Omega Red, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? That's what it's supposed to look like. Now, as to why the gate isn't like loading in, I have no earthly idea. Not an inkling. So, what is this called? Alright. S4 SK. No, you can't actually go inside or anything. Like, See that part of the gate is down. There's like rubble in front of it. I'll probably end up putting rubble in front of that door. It's just one of those things. I don't want to add too much work for you know, people. I wonder, are you loading in everything for this waterfall? I just wanted to make sure everything's loading in correctly for this waterfall. Would we do it with the fort be like vampire lair or something? What the fuck? Why am I seeing doubles? Okay. I'm double checking to make sure everything here loads correctly. All right, yeah. See what I mean? Sometimes things just unload, and I don't know why. Is full LED? I'm gonna turn that off because I've heard that sometimes does that. That might be the culprit. That's how it's supposed to look, you know? One thing I can think of, maybe, is... What's this called? Wall gate burned. Castle wall gate burned. That's the one. Right? If whenever I'm looking at it in game again, it doesn't work, I'll try and just replace it with an exact copy, just to see if that does it. Sometimes that works. Ah, shit. 2-4D. For this stream, we really need to work on, like, I don't know, just getting this place to run well. I need Jeremy as well. Ah! Sudden Forest. One of the big reasons I think it's running bad, because if you look up, yeah, you can see it. If you look up here, it says 162 megabyte out of 172. I think that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's like a memory recommendation. Like, don't exceed that. Otherwise, you know, that area is going to run like shit. And here's the thing. I've never really ever gotten that high. I've never gotten as high as 162 megabyte. So this area, I'm pretty sure the reason is just this area is so dense. That's why, you know, it's just running like that. So we're gonna do what we can for the area. And if the problem persists, then we're probably just gonna have to go around and cut some stuff. Oh. You see, if this was a modern game engine, it would have modern culling techniques, like modern ways of, you know, not loading what's seen on screen. This is keeping to old school. Who needs modern stuff? We do. Are those barriers? No, they're occlusion planes. Suppose you could say they're a sort of loading barrier. Nothing loads past them. So, for example, I place an occlusion plane here inside this wall. Okay, see, I get it to the wall's dimensions. Hey Mano, welcome back. All right, that's fine. So basically, yeah. The character's right up against the wall here, and there's an occlusion plane in front of him. Nothing behind this wall will get loaded. That's why I have save in memory. What have I clicked? Oh, of course I clicked the waves. The waves are the most intrusive things ever. The waves are just as bad as the aspen trees when it comes to, like, thinking that they're being clicked. Even though I clicked nowhere near them. Okay. So, it all kind of depends the direction you place the occlusion planes in. So, for example, the problem is now the player does have something called well, I think it's roughly something like camera-based occlusion culling, which basically means whatever the player can see gets loaded. Whatever the player can't see, i.e. anything past their FOV, doesn't get loaded. That's just a logical thing. So, the biggest problems are whenever the player looks in this direction. Obviously, because there's so many trees here, there's so many other mangroves. There's just so much being loaded on screen, so placing occlusion planes in that direction is a good idea. I don't have to worry about the player looking off in like this direction because it's just open ocean and a few objects. That's really it. In fact, you know what? I notice it. I even notice it in CK. I can move the camera nice and smoothly, and then as soon as I get over here, it starts to chug a little bit. And for once, it's not the grass that's causing it. I think these trees are just... I mean, if you look at the wireframe alone, it's a lot. Are we optimizing Blackwood today? We're trying our best to. We're gonna go the occlusion plane route, and then once that fails, because I feel like it might, we're gonna maybe have to start cutting some trees, and by some I mean like probably 30%. Wouldn't it would have been nice to you know, to find that out before I started placing every tree. The main purpose of them are performance improvement? Yep. Yeah. Hey, Pathetic Wolf! Thank you so much for the raid. I was the... You just sort of a few technical issues my end, but I have a good one. Alright. No problem. Thanks for the raid, man. So welcome, guys. We're just doing a little optimization pass for this part of Blackwood. Here's another problem with when it comes to Iceman. Thank you so much for the follow. Here's the problem with another problem with swamps, landscape and swamps is they're flat, right? For the other guys who get like they get the landscape hills and mountains and stuff like that. You can hide a lot behind the mountain, loading wise. See me, I've just got an open flat plain. So for example, see all these trees here? It would have been nice if there was like a bit of a mountain in the way. I could hide a load of occlusion planes in to just unload some stuff. Optimization pass equals deleting trees. Yeah, kind of. Very likely, because you know what? I noticed it very badly in this area in particular. Deep Scorn Hollow, and it well, I mean, it's only gonna run well if you're like standing in this area with the occlusion planes. As soon as you walk like here, for instance, there's no more occlusion planes. It's gonna run pretty damn bad. In fact, you know what? Let me just get a little look-see at the settings. So you know what tends to do it? Tends to do it is the shadow distance. So say if I set it to high. Large object. Why is that so low? And these are... God. It's an object. Okay, right. Let's save this. I'll kind of show you guys an example of it. Do a quick hop in game. D is a US corporation cutting trees in the Amazon. Yeah. And the thing about mangrove trees is they're very useful for stopping floods. So, you know, this is like a double sort of tragedy that I'm doing. No, it's just wrong. It's completely wrong. That's probably why the original had all those hills in Blackwood for optimization. Either that, well, no. I think it was just the way their height map generated. And they didn't really want to put too much work into, you know, flattening everything. Because let me tell you, the flattening is a nightmare. It's just boring. A boring nightmare. I should be able to actually just use the cell name now. I think it's AAATES for Deepscorn. Alright. Let's try this. Kai AAATS. No. TS4 Tom Riel. AAA. Screw it, I'll just use the coordinates. Never mind, so 29 minus 44. I am streaming. And I do have CK open, so those are other things that in-game tends to not like. Okay, you guys can see the FPS in the top right corner, can't you? Yeah, it looks like it. Watch it plummet. It's gonna plummet. It does not. Sorry, it does not run. Oh, what? Wait, where am I? Okay. All right. So, I'm looking at the stable right now. Yeah, I'm looking at the stable right now. The stable has an occlusion plane. You see me placing it not that long before. Now I'm gonna move away from an occlusion plane. And then just look in that direction. Look at the FPS now. It's 19. 19 FPS. Now, there's occlusion planes in those brick walls. So if I go up these brick walls and crouch, see it jumps right up. Although, by my standards, it should be higher. I go away from it, it jumps down to 6. Holy shit! The teens! We gotta cut trees. We have got to cut trees. Holy bejesus. Okay, you can see an example here of where I've kind of incorrectly placed an occlusion plane. The occlusion plane's in this wall here. See things being unloaded behind it? See that sort of glitchiness? That's a wall being unloaded. Yeah, 17, it's not good. I need to... And then you go inside here. Like, areas you get perfect, like, solid 60 in some areas, but as soon as you get out of, like, occlusion plane, boom, it drops. Look at that. This is... I've... Jesus. I'm not proud of this. If I look in this direction, I'm not even getting that great. 20, barely even 30. This direction, it's a little bit better. But it looks so good when it's dense, though. It looks so good when it's dense, and that's the fucking problem. Hey guys, well, at least you can look up and get perfect FPS, you know? Shit. Look at that, solid 60. Solid 60, and then 20. 16. It's this particular view that just absolutely plummets. See if I head in this exact direction. See if it improves as like things get unloaded behind. Yeah, see, this area just ain't running that well. Oh my lord. Why? Alright, you know what? Kyle mentioned to me he wasn't getting notifications for some reason, and I didn't notice mine either. Alright, I'll get water. That's a really weird thing. Yeah, we've got optimizing to do. Set a wall of fog and put occlusion planes in the middle of it. Problem is the fog's quite CPU intensive as well. I saw 7 FPS. Shut up. Yeah, I saw that too. I just hoped you guys didn't. I without a doubt, I think trees have to be cut. Fuck. That is pretty though. 64-bit engine, my ass. Can you imagine what this would run like in the 32-bit engine? What's your PC hardware specs? It's a Ryzen 1600, GPU is a 5700 XT, 16 gigabyte of RAM. So it's not exactly a low-end PC, you know. Watching Cal DeAndre just right now. No, CK and Ash. See, look, I'm looking in this direction. It's perfectly fine, solid 60. But the reason is like the ocean is just behind there. And then maybe just before I start cutting trees, I'll give it to one of the other guys to run around in and ask them how it's performing. Sir, you're floating. Heliask, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, engine limitations, you got good hardware. Yeah, uh-oh. Gonna spot a little bit of a seam there. Whoopsies. Kinda thought you were gonna open on the inside there. This place doesn't look as spooky with the nice weather. But it looks really spooky when it's at like 16 FPS. That's the spookiest. Okay, I'm curious. What if I get like a foggy weather going? I'm not actually sure if fog helps. The one time I'm in the one time I want fog in Blackwood, it isn't appearing. Weather ain't forced for the waves like it would slap you in the... I don't know, actually, right enough. Yes, thick fog. Thank you. I'm just curious to know if it like runs better. Nah, well, like, if it did run better with, like, fog, what? Would that mean one way I could optimize it is just force fog constantly on this area? Because I don't think that's, you know, it's gonna mean, like, sort of limitations for people's modding ability. 21 FPS, it ain't 16 though, but you know what, it's nothing. It's not good enough. Shit. can I do? I just have to try and find... It's like wanting rain in Ireland. It ain't raining now. Right. So this is the troublesome view we've got. Oh my lord, look at that! 178 megabyte. Fuck me 6 waves from Sunday. That's more. I've never exceeded in my life. Oh dear. Do you know how hard it is to like exceed that? Like, there's been times where I've placed like a shit ton of objects, a shit ton of trees, rocks, and everything into like one cell, and I've thought to myself, oh my god, how much have I placed? And I looked up at the render window and it said like 50 megabytes out of 172, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. How did I manage to do 178? My god. I got carried away. Zero warnings. Apparently it doesn't classify running like shit as a warning. Why does it test all cells and test interior cells? Why can't I test the one cell? Much less, I don't even know what that's for. Buddy Tony, thank you so much for the follow. If you're asking how I managed to exceed it, it's gotta be the trees. It's got to be the trees. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the only way about it. Is there any, like, other info I can get? Lock level. Type. Chest location. Yeah, no. I also keep forgetting about the shit ton of objects that gets loaded underneath here. Oh, music. Just before you jumped in the game. That might have been the one beside it. It's at 178 now. I think it's this one. Over here. Wait. This is gonna be the one, like, the one session where I'm gonna be afraid to save. Okay, yeah, this is a different cell. This is 104 megabyte. This one. Odds. Alright, let's drop this. It's gonna take me a while to scroll in. Thank you for the save, Mano. Can't you just remove the parts that spawn underneath the ground? If I do, they just come back. It's a thing that happens when you clean plugins. Some things need to remain in order for plugins to stay clean. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the explanation for it is myself, but there's a reason why those things have to be underneath. But I've never actually tried placing an occlusion plane underneath to occlude them. So, you know, maybe. You see, that's a weird thing. Now that this same area is reporting 115 megabyte on 117. I mean, so I think what the like 158. Why does this change? I know it changes because I'm going from cell to cell, but why does the one cell change to something? Is it because of that occlusion plane? Did I actually do something? Do you know what I might end up needing to like place rocks just to hide occlusion planes behind. What trees do I delete? You know, how do you decide which tree gets axed? Literally. Giant beaver dam that cuts through the swamp. I know it's not like this is a new engine where it's like, you know, oh, in like 3 or 5 years time people will have the GPUs to run this game. It ain't a hardware problem, it's a shitty fucking old engine problem. So no matter what hardware people have in the future, it's gonna run like shit, because it's the software that's, you know, chugging. My hardware physically has the power to run, to like have all these trees on screen and hit 60 with the graphics, you know, at ultra. It's just the software is a dum-dum. Well, guys, do you have any ideas? You're the experts. I know. We'll hide it with more trees. We hide the trees with more trees. It's genius. Like, for example, I can't just place this big motherfucker here. You know, and just have it like block everything. It would be nice if I could. Just a big wall, but no, can't. What about occlusion planes at the roots of the trees? Or would that be useless? Yeah, that'd be useless. The way it works for an occlusion plane is... So if I were to place an occlusion plane at the root of this tree here... say put it to its, like, rough dimensions. Like here... The thing is, you're still going to see those roots behind that occlusion plane because it's connected to this model entirely. If one single part of the model peeks out of an occlusion plane, the entire object gets loaded. An entire object needs to be behind an occlusion plane for it to get unloaded. So it can't, and I believe that's something like more up-to-date game engines can do, which is more up-to-date game engines can occlude parts of one 3D model object. It can occlude individual faces, edges, and vertices, whereas this just can only do straight like objects. Maybe cut some trees in the middle of each clump. Yeah, that's what I was like kind of thinking, but I don't know. Like, will I notice this tree gone? See, I'm a snobby bastard. Each tree is important to me. By the way, this is going to take a while if I delete one tree at a time. I also don't want to delete trees that like will affect the density of the you know, the look of the density. I'd have to cut the trees by half. How about we just don't go to Blackwood? Shit. Here's the problem. I need an AI. I need an AI to go through this and go, okay, you don't really need this tree, you don't need this tree, you don't need this tree, you don't need this tree. You know? I don't know which tree I don't need. Oh my god. It's like... What is it like? It's like someone like spilt a billion marbles over the floor, and I'm just like picking one up at a time. It feels like nothing would get done by doing this one at a time. By the way, it's very likely that I'll be deleting like named trees. You know, if I don't see them from the top, I gotta be careful. That's a very important tree. Like, they're all important trees to me. I can't delete any of them. Someone give me an out. You know what? I'm gonna jump in game and I'm gonna see if like occluding all that crop underneath the ground helps. I really hope it does. Blame Navmesh? None of this is Navmesh's fault. Navmesh hasn't even got into the room yet for us to blame them. Replace trees with stumps and stems, but the problem is I don't want that. I want the density. I need that density of a forest. I need to. I'm making this so awkward for myself. I need to find a way to improve the performance of the area without deleting jack shit. You know? Forests without fallen trees. We got plenty of dead trees. Although this is a mangrove forest, you don't really see that many. Mangrove trees don't fall over. Mangrove trees have like a billion roots that are just stuck in the ground. I always forget the coordinates. Coordinates 29 minus 44. Make a sawmill so you can explain a lot of the cut down trees. It's something for the player explore. But the problem is I want the trees there. I need to keep the trees there. I need that density. Plus nobody, this is a very like empty or like empty of life. Essentially nobody comes here, so it doesn't really make sense for the sawmill to be there. Plus a sawmill kind of adds more work. Sawmill, then you need NPCs. You need NPC schedules. There's so much more to add. I need to figure that out without adding more work. So I do. PS4 time real. Shit, what was it? 29 minus 44. How to improve performance? Go to someone else's claim that's better optimized. Yeah, essentially. Don't stay here for long. Well, I mean, well, no, there's some quests that take you out that far. It is the coast. There's not that many quests that take you out that far, but at the same time, and you know, I don't want to tell people not to go to an area I've worked on. Jesus Christ, it's in the teens again. Okay, so I suppose maybe one positive thing is looking at the ground does help with the occlusion plane, but Jesus. Oh my lord. I might be a fucking idiot. Wait a minute. Wait just one feckin' Nickelback minute. I might be a fucking moron. I might be a spectacular fucking idiot. What's the default number of U-grids that's supposed to be loaded? Is it 7? Please tell me it's not 7. Please tell me it's 5. I think 5 is the standard. Because I remember I changed the U-grid loads. Okay, right. It's 5. I have to change the exterior cell buffer as well, which... What is that, 32? Is it? Default exterior cell buffer. Default is 36. Okay, so I might have upped the U-grids back whenever I was landscaping the painted world. The painted world is something that very much can handle like 7+ U-grids because it's big, it's open, but it's not that dense. And I must have forgot, and I remember setting the U-grids higher than what they were supposed to be, and saying to myself, now before you go back into Cyrodiil, you know, lower it down. And I didn't. I really hope that that's the case, but here's the thing, I still think it's gonna be run like shit. Undelete. I only deleted a few trees, so it's fine. I just have to make sure I didn't... And see, right. Shadow distance, shadow quality. Set to high, in case that... I'm not gonna fucking lower settings on stream and go, yeah, I figured it out, because that's not optimization. That's just lowering your settings. Okay, I really hope this works. Does increasing the U-grid decrease performance? Yeah. Essentially, I can show you what a U-grid is. You'll be able to see the U-grids here. It's taking a while to... All right. All right, you can kind of see there's like a square where things stop loading. So like where my cursor is here, within here is the U-grid, and then it's like outside here. So there's a kind of a square. The U-grid is like, it's like the radius of cells that gets loaded around you. It's like multiple cells that get loaded around you. The higher you go, the more cells that get loaded around you. So it would reduce things like popping, so it would, but at the cost of severe performance, so it would. And the thing about changing it in Bethesda games is the engine doesn't really like it. It runs like crap because of it. PS4 GL and jeez, I don't want to delete the trees. Trees are perfect. Is this at 5 or 7 now? It's at 5. It's worse because it's a square thing too. Yeah. U-grids to 3 and more trees. No. Oh my god, it still sucks, but it's not 16. We got 10 FPS. Yay. Jesus. Oh my god, it still runs like shit though. It's your fucking fault. It's your fault for my bad designing. Let me see. No, no, it's still going down to like 20. I think. Unless it's still loading 7 U-grids, because that thing can be fucky. I mean, what am I loading in the say U-grids load, it loads 5 by default. This idiot had it set to 7. I still would like to get other people to test it out first before I start hacking. Skyrim. Just in case I need to change the other one. Oh, music. Probably should have told you guys this was going to be the boring stream. Your cell buffer 36. Davey, thank you so much for the follow. This is very much of a gate moment from yesterday. Only this time it's my fault. It's not the game's fault. Yesterday was the game's fault. Today's my fault. Kind of. Exterior cell buffer. Okay, that's set to that. This is just me looking at the screen intensely, trying to figure out what to do. Not with the game, I mean, just with my life in general. No, I think that's it set to... Alright. I'm begging for scraps here at this point. What happens if I lower shadow quality to medium and distance to medium? You guys shouldn't have to do this, it ain't right, but... Alright, object fade. And... Like, it ain't right me having to, like, tell people to, like, oh yeah, just lower your settings, because, you know... Oh shit, I didn't mean to run it via... I need to run via OBSE, or SKSE. Are the trees animated or stocks look like they're blowing around? There's this... I don't think the trees themselves move, but there's like a little bit of moss on them that sometimes waves. Which, you know, yeah, maybe. Oh my god, that launched so quickly. Maybe because it didn't load all of the OBSE things. SKSE. This is how stuck in the past I am. I still call it OBSE. Okay, so we've slightly lowered the, well, we've lowered the shadow quality and distance to medium quality, and lowered the object, or I suppose technically increased the object fade distance, or no, lowered the fade distance. TS 4 Tom, no, 4 Tom, yeah, 29, 40. Having a CK in the game won't at the same time reduce performance. It does, but I don't think by enough. I think then again, I did try it. We could try it with CK closed. We could. I could see, but then it means I have to close down CK and you guys have to wait for me to open it up, which means I have to keep you guys occupied, and I'm not good at that. I don't think I am. Whoa, I'm not in the right spot. Oh, see, it's starting to load the trees now. Yeah, so you asked if the trees were animated. Yeah, it's like these little parts, these little moss bits on the trees seem to move. Like a waving. Although they seem to like be in and out of the tree, so it doesn't look as good. What would be fucking amazing is if we could get the trees poly count lowered. So see if we could actually lower the poly count of the models themselves, then I don't need to move anything. Alright, let's go to this dreaded area that runs like crap. Can you disable animation with the moss parts? That might improve performance. You know what? It very well might. You never know. Yeah, in fact, these little parts wave as well, I think. Yeah, you can see it waving. And the leaves, or the branches wave a little bit. Did I not kill you? Sorry about that. Okay, so looking in that direction, we're getting, you know, it's better. But again, I shouldn't be telling people to lower their settings to get better performance. You know, I should be a better optimizer. Unless I can blame it on the nav measures. Tiber, is that an option? I don't know how I could disable the trees animation. All right, you know what? All this rain looks. No, Lord Ascension, no! I'll save this, close it down, and see if we get better performance. I don't think we will, though. The poly things with the triangles on the model, right? Well, the polygons are what a model's made out of. I'll show you. In fact, I'll get a look at these trees here, because, you know, to be honest, I don't think these trees are really high in poly count. I have no idea where my trees are. Oh, wait. See a minute. Try disabling tree animation, see what happens. Can I do that? I don't think I can do that. We asked Cal about the powder and he jumped to cocaine right after. Guy ain't even hiding it. No, he's just giving up. Alright, so mangrove tree. Mangrove, alright. Let's open this one up. Yeah, see, these trees, I wouldn't even say these trees are particularly dense, you know? Yeah, but I know it was for testing purposes. To be honest, I have no idea how to even turn off tree animations, if that's an option. Like, it's got a rigid body thing going on here, so I'm not sure how that works. Alright, well, I've closed down Creation Kit. See if it runs a little bit better. In the meantime, bathroom break for me. If I can't figure this out, I might just move on to, you know, just general landscaping a little outside of the mangrove forest, and leave that on the to-do pile. Everyone just needs to buy better computers in order to play it on release. If that were true, I probably still wouldn't tell people to do that, because, you know, nobody can afford that shit nowadays. Alright, so we're not running the CK at the minute. $29, $40. Go. You know, I think the whole Cyberpunk running badly on certain systems would have went better if CD Projekt had done streams with their optimization guy ripping his hair out going, I can't do this. Guys, I can't do this. It's too the PS4, it's shit. It sucks. You know? People would have felt more sorry for him and been a bit more understanding of the thing running like crap. Damn it, I did the wrong area.
Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
That was unnecessarily disgusting. Alright, we were getting 60 as soon as we entered the mangrove forest. It just dropped to like 40 odds. Wouldn't it be funny if this was the reason? Because it's not running the worst at the minute. But wouldn't it be funny if this was the reason? Like it was just because I had CK open? I was aware that CK causes it to run slow, but I always thought it was more to do with the actual, like, with actual streaming at the same time. Because... Fucking joking me? Okay, but I'm looking towards the ocean, right? Still looking towards the ocean. Now for the moment of truth, I will turn around and the frame rate will... Yeah, it still kind of drops. It's 40 odds. But that's without countries. It's usable. Okay, it's dropped to 30. But if I enter here with the occlusion planes, you know, it stays up at 60. Ish. You know, what we also could do, is Kyle's still streaming at the minute. We could send him the ESP, maybe he could check a look, and see if it runs as shitty for him. Oh wait, did I see a little occlusion snafu? Yeah, see? So there's an occlusion plane in this wall, and one in this wall, and they're kind of intersecting at this corner here. If you see, when I go towards the corner here, you'll see these trees unload. See? That's kind of the way occlusion planes work. You can kind of catch them out if you've placed them wrong. So you gotta be careful when you're placing them, occlusion planes. Now the fogs... Oh my god, the fog. I didn't think about the fog either. We don't even have oh god, we don't even have volumetric fog implemented yet, and that's kind of expensive system wise. You know what, it's just a curse. It's a game game development curse at this point. The swampy areas in the games always run like shit. You know, Blight Town ran like shit. It's a common thing. Swampy areas run like shit because, I don't know, swamp people are bad at optimizing. Yep, Kyle's still streaming. Alright, I'll send him. Latest ESP. And I'm gonna ask him, could you check a look to see if the area around Deep Scorn runs as shittily for you as does I. He mightn't see it, so you guys maybe you want to see if it runs as bad for him on stream. You can ask him on his stream. Music. I might just move on to just another area. And the new area that I move on to, I will keep in mind optimization. This is the least amount of work I've ever done in a stream. Like, we've been streaming for nearly an hour and a half now. What have I done? I placed a couple of occlusion planes, ran around a couple of times and cried some. You know? I hope one of you guys is like, I hope one of you guys like keeps recordings of all these streams and is just, you know, documenting the descent into madness. Because I doubt you're ever going to see a game be developed with this much openness. You know, I don't know any games being developed that like are this open. Many hours with no progress. Yeah, that is what gaming's all about. You always hear, like when it comes to like the film industry and the military, there's a term they use which is hurry up and wait. I think in this case it's hurry up and crash and then do the work again. Your name is really creative. I love it. My name? What's creative about it? I just put Skyblivion and then my name. It's really amazing getting to see these development like this. Yeah. You get to see the humans behind them cry. But luckily, well, I suppose it isn't an accurate representation because you don't have the publishers, you know, breathing down my neck. Hey, Minnow with the gift sub to our dear Tiber. Tiber is a nav mesher on the project. Oh wait, A-T-S. Does make you feel better though that when I'm stumbling around CK to know that smart people still have issues. Yeah, yeah. We're slaves to the bad, to the very bad, outdated software as well. But I am curious as to what Finger Gun suggested, if it could be the animations that might be, you know, making it a little bit awkward. Because it is a difference between, like, in terms of performance, 300 objects moving. There's a big difference between 300 objects moving and 300 objects not moving in terms of computing power, you know? And not even when it's like, I don't even mean whenever it's like physics based or anything like that, even if it's just animation, it still takes a toll. Another little thing I could do is It's so minor. There's all these rocks underneath. I could get rid of those. Yeah, if a lot of animation runs in area, can plummet the FPS, yeah. It's even just like a lot of moving vertices. It's a lot for a computer to handle. Some game engines are built to just handle it, aka modern game engines, and some just aren't. Do you know what this is like? This is like a straw that broke the camel's back scenario, only we haven't placed the straw that breaks the camel's back yet. We know the next straw is going to be the one that breaks the camel's back, so we're going up to the camel with an electric shaver. We're shaving the camel just to get as much weight off him. We're cutting his hair, you know. We're making it, we're putting the camel on a diet just so we can put that last straw on. You know, I'm cutting stuff that you mightn't necessarily see to add more stuff. Do you have a backup save if this doesn't work, right? If what doesn't work? Well, we're not going back in time or anything. Also, what's a backup? I've only known misery and mistakes. Well, I'm not planning to do anything drastic quite yet. What I was thinking about was replacing all the trees with sweet rolls. But that was just for fun. I may have gone insane. What if I... See, I don't want to delete anything quite yet. Performance patch, trees, or sweet rolls? Yeah. I don't know, maybe we can see... Maybe if I can get a hold of 3AMT, he's the guy who made the trees. Maybe we can see about... getting, like, an optimization for the trees. The trees are already very low poly, but... you never know. No robots. I don't want to be famous. I've got too many skeletons in my closet. I'm still not opposed to the idea of implementing rocks here and there to, you know, block some things. Put a ship strangely sitting in the middle of... No, I did have a ship. I had a. It was around. Like, for those of you that have watched all of my Mangrove streams, you might remember I used to have a beached ship right here, so I did. And I got rid of it because I didn't really see the point. But that actually might be a good excuse to put it back. But can I fit it here? Do it. Architecture. PS4. Oh wait, what? Oh. PS4 architecture ship. I never understood why it's in different parts, these ship pieces. Oh yeah, I forgot the shipwreck is just in one big thing. Means I need to make this part much more shallow, or much more deep. Can you add skeletons that are sticking out of the ground? Yeah, maybe. See, all these cattails that are underwater that shouldn't be, you know, all of them are getting loaded, and they don't, you know, granted they're not the most demanding, but it's still memory usage. Isn't it funny how the whole optimization thing works? You know, the problem is you've got too many objects, so how do you fix it? You add another object. You add more objects so you can, you know. See, it needs to be here. That's the thing, it needs to be here, but do you know what? I don't. It's not going to fix it. At least I don't think so. It's not going to fix a lot. The problem is you can still see the trees over the ship, so they'll still get loaded in. kind yeah, well, but like it's beached. Hmm. Hello, Varax. Welcome to the stream. What if you had a bunch of tall rocks to block the view in some places? Is that how many Kvatch houses there? That's not much. I might add like another little house to try and block that view. Well, see, this is kind of the part I find interesting. Well, at least I hope you guys find interesting, which is you're kind of seeing why some level design choices get made. It's just because, you know, it sucks and you have to place certain objects for a specific purpose that has no artistic reason for being. All right, so let's get a dock. Is it wide enough for a dock? I'm still not opposed to the, you know, the beached ship, but it's just I'm trying other options first. I'll just try this one. I remember now that the water is deeper for no good reason. Yeah, I saw you're having issues with performance earlier. Would you mind if we go over your NI sentence? I saw some stuff here that you shouldn't actually be there. Alright, if you know stuff about it, man, I will let you help me. Yeah, so one of the things I discovered, Rocks, was the U grids were at 7. And the exterior cell buffer was at 64, so I changed that. So, if you've got any ideas, you would probably know more than me. I'm not the best at this more technical stuff. Or would you just recommend maybe you make it so rivers meander and leave dried up bends, like imagine a river bend and the river has a root of the way, try it out. You could... You could probably show me examples of it, maybe. Geological examples. You see anything out of ordinary rocks? Maybe the time I'm at the fastest first when it comes down to writing. Alright, sorry, no problem. Can I leave this? Shit. Imagine you need a PC to run this type of program. Yeah, PC. If you mean CK. CK isn't that demanding to run, but, you know, Skyrim is a little bit more. Alright, Brox, just, if you need me to get it back up, just say. Am I grabbing that goddamn wave again? Yeah, I am. Farmhouse construction. What I might be better off doing is just setting the ionized default, maybe. Can you make a ruined town similar to Helgen? That's what Kvatch is for. Move the setting for the eye preload size one. Alright. All it does is reserve more memory, those Bing files, which is not necessary. The default setting of the INI is file is enough. So is everything else okay? Let me look through it. Take a screenshot. Well, actually, you know what? The thing is, like, if it's... The thing is... The game should run fine on default INI settings, default preset settings, so... if it requires me having to go into my INI files and like change things and do this and that, it isn't fair to ask people who've installed the game to do that. I just assumed there was something wrong with my INI settings, but if it's using like the defaults, I don't think there's anything. Is Skyblivion going to run on LE version still, or is it SE? It's, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's SE only. We haven't said anything explicitly, but you know, you see, I'm struggling to get it running on SE at the minute, so LE's. And I remember certain parts of Enderal had pretty bad performance, and that was running on the LE version. Line it up correctly. So do you piece things together like farmhouse for farmhouse wall, or is it like Legos where you build piece by piece? Yeah, it's kind of like just as you can see, it's called Kavach Corner 06. Just kind of piece things together. Yeah, I know, it's over 172. Vision pouring glasses are expensive. It's been hard to see what you build until you step back. I'm enjoying the hell out. You must be as blind as me. See, without these glasses, my eyesight is just absolutely terrible. So it is. Yeah, I'm useless without my glasses. Is there just a straight wall? Hey, Ludus reading. I didn't know you were streaming it today, man. I should have give Ludus my ESP to test out, see if it runs as badly for him as well. It probably would though. It's I wouldn't trust that. That thing looks like it should come down. It's just a short one today? Ah, okay. Yeah, to me it's all brown smudges and green for the most part. Full screen brightness 100%. There's still, yeah, well, you might have worse eyesight than me, but mine's pretty bad. Obviously, can't exactly see my, the distance from my face to the screen, but like all text on screen is a blur. All, you know, like the branches on the trees are kind of pretty much blurry. I'm kind of hopeless without my glasses, so I am. Could you go to your profile tab in Mod Organizer? Like this one? Three ESP. In fact, I'll throw you over now. There you go. I sent it over. It's if you know where the Deep Scorn Hollow area is, if you know where the Deep Scorn Hollow area is, just kind of look around there and see if it just runs, you know, as terribly for you as it does for me. Chances are it will, because the area is very dense. Use profile specific game INI files, so I think it's using the INI files that I set. And also, hello, Isle. You enjoying Cal's stream? Fuck, this track is good. Of course it's Mick Gordon. Alright. Thanks for the info, antivirus. The Ludus with his big balls is in. Wait, what? Ludus has big balls? I think that song is worth another listen because it's 7 minutes of awesomeness. Kyle confirmed that Luz has the biggest balls in the world. Kyle would know about that. Kyle has this like intimidation technique where like what Kyle usually does is he gets us all up in a line. This is like, you know, like the reports. We have to like report to him our progress made, and he gets us all in a line. And if we haven't done enough work, he grabs our balls and squeezes it until we cry. And that's our punishment. Yeah, I want to make sure of that. The next thing that comes to mind is reset your INI files in the launcher again. Am I right? Would I be right in saying that the Skyrim.ini file is different in Mod Organizer than it is from the one in my like my games? In the Mod Organizer settings and plugin, use an external text editor either. That sounds kinky, not gonna lie. No, it's just painful. It's just painful. He means it as a punishment, and he makes sure that it is a punishment. I will punch me, tries that. It should be. Wait, so... Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, actually. Is there a way to get this to use, Yeah, the track is so good. I don't believe I've set... And close that down. Alright, I'd leave the INIs. I'm gonna ask Kyle who's suppliers. You should. He seems the guy seems to be potent. You know, I don't know if he's trying to give Kyle a good time or just trying to overdose him. Right. Yeah, so this is loading its own. Right, so... What if I just try and launch it from my, instead of mod organizer? SC launcher, yep. Detect your hardware settings. I bet it's gonna set it at low because it never knows what the fuck it's doing. Yeah, it set it to low. Why? Why did you set it to low, you piece of shit? I got a 5700 XT. You cheeky bitch. Screen space reflections, yes. Precipitation occlusion, sure. Snow shader. Whatever. Lens flare, 64-bit rent. Jesus. That's the high. I sure am, I'll. Adam Fade. Okay. Oh, whip. Actually, no. I'll just get to work on this first. All right, Metal Ice Cream. Have a good one. I don't want you to be visible on either sides. Yes. No. What are we working on? We are trying to get this area running well, as it doesn't really run that well. It runs like poopy. So I would like to get it running acceptable by my standards. I shall delete that tree because it is in the way, and there you go. There's one tree deleted. I will delete no more. I really don't want to delete trees. Every tree I placed with love. So I would need to, you know, every tree I need to remove is like murdering a child. Treat it like Cal does you. Grab it by the balls and just don't let go until it says uncle. Right, so this gives us the opportunity to place some more occlusion planes. Where the hell? Oh yeah, I turned markers off. Oh, that's a song that makes you want to eat a donut in the middle of a nightclub. Northern Bounds, what do they do? Oh, your backload just runs like shit, doesn't it? Runs like shit. Northern Bounds, what these planes do is they don't load anything that's behind it. So it's a way for level designers to improve performance in some areas. Just loading it now? Okay.
Oh, drink water, drink water, ditch.
Didn't know that eating a donut in a nightclub was something I needed to do until now. Well, you have to ask yourself, am I actually talking about a donut? Thank you, Mike. Okay, so that's one more object kind of in the way that, you know, can improve performance. It's funny how placing objects can improve performance, but placing objects provides the opportunity for extra performance. So it does. Did I place collision planes here? No, I haven't placed them here yet. Thank you for the save, Mano. Hopefully you got the points back from your save redemptions last streams. There we go. Invisible collision walls? No, they're occlusion planes.
Drink water, ditch.
Planes that don't load anything behind them. It's a method used to improve performance. Tiny the Boer, thank you for the water. I'm so grateful. Alright, the good thing about this is I don't need to redo this. I just need to, I can just copy and paste it into these walls. This is how bad this area runs. I need to find every nook and cranny that I can place a occlusion plane. Alright. Could have just used the one for that wall, but alright. Carl says he doesn't squeeze balls, he uses a whip. Well, you see, when he usually squeezes the balls, he's usually drunk as a skunk, so of course he doesn't remember. Okay, I get about 45 frames, the low's down to 35. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? This could be better. It's a lot of trees, isn't it? It is a, yeah, it's a fucking shit ton of trees. That's the problem with Shaylee, hi. I didn't even see you come in. Then again, it is a chat room. It's not an actual room where I see people opening a door, so it's hard to see people come in unless they say something. But it's really hard to make a mangrove forest look like a mangrove forest without having it actually be dense, you know? Kyle completely ignored the who's your supplier question. Well, because his supplier tells him that he's not supposed to, you know what drug suppliers are like? They say, don't say shit about me, don't say where you got this, you know? Either that or he doesn't want to increase the guy's, you know, prices. If everyone's going to that guy, you know, suddenly he's Mr. Popular and, you know, he's got to be thinking to himself, well, I can raise the prices. Oh my god, I hit 200. But that doesn't include occlusion planes. That memory thing, it's just kind of more of a guideline than it is a, you know, an actual recommendation. You probably cull some of the trees, not ideally, but the models aren't extremely different, so it might help to look less samey. Thought I'd get real clever with your occlusion planes. I think I'm gonna have to get real clever with my occlusion planes. Or I'm just gonna have to just go, this place doesn't run well, but it looks good, you know? Then again, that's not an ideal scenario for people who don't have the best systems, you know? I need to get occlusion planes around the pine forest. I doubt you're having as much performance issues as I am for this area. See for like the cypress swamps, it's mostly fine. But for the for this area that I've just added, it is bad. This is the most badass religious music I've ever listened to. Although I don't think it's religious. This is the music that plays when you're a choir boy trying to defend yourself from a priest. Too much. It's fine, I can make that joke, I'm Irish. And Catholic. Could use a lick of paint. Just a little bit, you know. Maybe a bit of brickwork here and there as well. We need that as a coat. Don't. It's do you know how close I was to quoting that priest thing? Please don't quote that, you know? It's too much. The mayor's breathing down my neck, you know, the sergeant's on my ass about it. It's, oh, I can probably add it up there as well. Fight him over you. Oh my god. If you keep this up, Kyle's gonna stop raiding me. Forget Cal, we raid him. Oh my god! That's the first stretch. Actually, is it the first stretch?
Oh, drink water, drink water, ditch.
I've been drinking summoned for like all stream. Hey, do you know how many people get glared at like that? I glare at everyone like that, you know. It's just my natural look of hatred. Right, that house is jam-packed, filled with occlusion planes. Oh yeah, that was one thing I wanted to fix. we go. We could all use those points we possess to redeem drinking. Yeah. You know what it means whenever I have to go through and delete every tree? Or not every tree, but like every tree individually? Like that's so many. That's so much time. This was originally going to be a touch-up stream. Like I was gonna, hey Shaylee, there's your tree. One tree that shall never get deleted. This was originally going to be a touch-up stream, but I kind of got distracted by the horrible performance. Oh yeah, this is the area I wanted to fix the. There's some flickering in this area. If I just keep loading you up with pizza, you'll eventually marry me. Well, I won't be able to get away because I'll just be so fat. You know? So I physically will not be able to get away. Oh yeah, and then there was this area. Wait, you mean applying to every tree occlusion planes? Fuck no. God no. I would never do that. That's just way too much. Jesus, that's madness. Plus, it wouldn't even work. I doubt a single like occlusion plane would actually work if I did that. Eat something, get fat. What are we doing? Why did you give me bits for that? Also, yeah, I remember looking at this in game. Why was this added in game? I don't remember ever adding that Iliad part. Eat something, get fat. What are we doing? What does that comment mean? Is that like a philosophical comment? I don't understand. Is the comment going to become more clear to me when I'm older and wiser? You're gonna be an old man on your deathbed and you'll suddenly know exactly what I mean. I hope so. It sounded wise. As for that, you know, eat something thing, I don't even know what that means. What does eat mean? Everything that I put into my mouth is just for pure sustenance. Where the hell am I? What song is this? That's a good question. I don't even know. This is the Killer Instinct game soundtrack, Season 2 soundtrack. It's called Dot Execute. Carl is throwing some heavy shade. He said you're Irish and never used a fork and spoon and only ate potatoes. I mean, why do you need to use a fork and... Why would you even need to use a spoon to eat a potato anyway? Plenty of wars have been taught because of queens. Or have been fought, yeah. You're just stirring the shit, Isle. You're a shit stirrer. I'm just like, when I delete a singular tree in hopes of performing improvements, it's like the most useless, it feels like the most useless thing ever. It's like an entire house collapsed and you're like, somebody's like, help me clean this up. And I'm like lifting a single piece of like dust and going, that's my work done. He said to ask him who his dealer was. Yeah, I suppose. What, but do I deserve to be punished just because of his own inebriations? Where am I? Also, 1 second. I wonder if I can, is Jeremy here? Jeremy, come here, you naked buffoon. Right. I suppose I can hide an occlusion plane in the land as well. Make sure it's a good height. Okay, here's a question. Can an occlusion plane have an enable parent? It can! Okay. Okay. Occlusion planes can have enable parents. I need some CK3 multiplayer partners. CK3. Wait. Let me guess. I've no idea what game. What's CK3? Cocaine Kings 3. Crusader Kings. I was close. In life, there's only two things, cocaine and not cocaine. Where the hell is this occlusion playing? I didn't mean for that to rhyme. What the hell is playing? This is different. Alright, I gotta set this house to the opposite of the Oblivion gate. Alright, so there's an occlusion plane inside this house. You better hope that this Oblivion gate doesn't open up and this little cabin stays there. For the sake of performance. I could prove. Yes. Hey, I can probably yes, okay. Right. There's room for improvement here. Once this Oblivion gate opens up. Jesus, this song is fucking hardcore. Right, so when this Oblivion gate opens up, instead of replacing it with like these dead versions, I could just have the versions gone. So... God, it's so much anger. Goonlicious, thank you so much for the follow. That opposite of parent. Okay, so now those so there's a good deal amount of those trees that won't appear after that gate. Best music after Doom music. Yeah, it's Mick Gordon. What music do you listen to when you're not streaming? Would you like me to have my Spotify judged on stream? If only the website would load. Yes, let the judging begin. Alright. Alright. I've done this before, by the way. Hi, I'm an AI trained to evaluate your musical taste. To get started, I'll need to see your Spotify. I'm just gonna look at what you listen to, log in with Spotify. I think it just does it automatically, because I've done it before. Loading your music library, Spotify, limiting how many people. Analyzing your listening history. Don't fucking lol me. Don't OMG me. Don't hold up me. You're a robot, alright? You've never had sex, so you're a virgin, so fuck you. Do you really listen to Anvil by Law? Yes, it's a good song. Don't judge me. Yes. Like, no, not ironically. Yeah, judgmental prick. And plenty of soundtrack. I like soundtracks. I like game soundtracks and movie soundtracks. Find a lot of Grimes. I like Grimes. I only discovered her like a year ago. I like No Joy. They're a good band. I like movie soundtracks, movie composers. Yes, I've been listening to a lot of Grimes. Yes, I'm fine. No, well, it's 2020. Nobody's okay, so don't ask me if I'm okay, you piece of shit. All right? Yeah, I'm fine. Force Wild Nothing. They're a good band. I recommend them. One last thing. Yeah, what? Fuck, Murray, kill, choose. Oh, this is I've done this before. This is easy. Kill Thomas Newman. Fuck Mick Gordon. And Mari No Joy. They're also a good band. Can you imagine a fuck from Mick Gordon? Jesus, brutal. Have you been to Coachella? No. Do I look like I've been to Coachella? Well, I'm lightly nauseated. You're a fucking AI. You don't get nauseated, you piece of shit. Spotify. No, wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah. What's it this time? Your Spotify was love your NPR tote movie soundtrack pure moods bad. What does that even mean? Thank your obsession with Grimes, soundtrack, Gareth Coker, Thomas Newman, and Vangelis for that. Based on your listening habits, I can also tell your Spotify was gamer bad. Mid-90s flannel shirt bad. I like a little, you know, grunge. Manic Pixie Dream Girl bad. Here's what else I learned. You listen to soundtracks too much. Yeah. I'm 5% basic. Stuck in the early 2010s. You guys happy? My Spotify judged. But yeah, I kind of listen to... It's kind of right though, although to be more accurate, I'm more stuck in the 2000s and 90s than I am the 2010s. I'm afraid to add extra fucking things here. Don't do this unless you really want me to judge you. Hey, I listen to stuff. I'm never ashamed of my own taste in music. I'm listening to Inferno again. It's such a good track. Alright. I think we've done all we can do for this area for now. Unless I suppose I can add some occlusion planes here. Checking game one last time. Alright, I'll add these. And then I'll jump in game. Thank you for the save, Menno. Have I been streaming for nearly 3 hours? I've done nothing. I've had a couple of occlusion planes and that's it. This has been the most unproductive day ever. Do you note that the game won't use the ini files you created by using the launcher? In the Skyrim directory earlier, you want to use them for testing, you have to seal something in mod organism. Ah yeah, I understand. I don't think there's anything that drastically changed. Yeah. I think the only thing I edited in the mod organizer ini files were the cell buffers and the U-grid, and I changed those back. Cow. TES4 Tamriel. Nope, what? Get the space. 30 minus 40. View grids to load that. Yeah, yeah. I upped the amount of view grids to load because I was testing out the painted world, and the painted world doesn't have any LOD yet, so I just wanted to see what it looked like on a grand scale. So I did, and By the way, I kind of figured, for those wondering why your hair sticks out the back of the helmet, that's a bug that only happens if you spawn in from the main menu wearing armor already. So I don't think you'll ever see this playing the game. For example, if I take the helmet off and put it back on, it fixes. And since you don't start the game in ebony armor, you know, you're never really going to run into that bug. Let me just get my, there we go, my Streamlabs open up there. So it's 60 at the minute. Watch as we descend into the mangrove forest and things start to, you know, drop. That didn't take long. This is a different area, so like this little hill here, there's an opportunity for me to place occlusion planes, you know, in here to improve some performance. Yeah, there's a lot more opportunities around here to place occlusion planes. Inside that tent, for example, as well. I mean, you can't deny it does look good. Where did he go? Where did he go? He's gone. Yeah, so normally, oh, I mean, usually looking in this direction, you know, it would cause me to drop down to, what, the teens? And so, you know, adding the house here, adding the house there definitely helps. So it does. But obviously if I walk, because I'm at solid 60 right now, obviously if I walk beyond the house, also you can see I need to fix some of the occlusion planes there. I've seen some flickering. But as soon as I, uh-oh. I'll need to increase that, the height of that. But if I look towards it now, it's, yeah, we're getting like 35. 37. Looking straight in that direction, nearly 50, 52. But you know that having that house there does help. So it does. It's getting better, yeah. See, it's kind of weird, like the adding objects in, you'd think would, you know, make performance worse, but just offers more opportunity. Get better. There he is. Those mud crabs love to hide in the roots now. Boom, problem solved. Just add houses everywhere. I mean, that rock there has occlusion planes in it, so if I go right up to this rock and fill my screen with it, you know, it right up to 60, because all it's literally loading is, like, all that's on screen right now is the rocks. Everything else, all the trees are unloaded because they're not on screen. But as soon as I go out, it'll start to drop as more things get loaded in. It seems fine. Like, I'm looking at a lot of trees now. It's still at solid 60. I know for you guys, it's the stream itself is at 30. You should add more objects around the dense areas, not occlusion planes. Yeah, there's a type of rock that kind of goes up very high that I might add here and there, just to try to squeeze some extra performance. It's in the 50s now, so it is. 40s. I mean, I definitely think there's still some places that can get better, so, you know, we can probably get it up to 60. I think you should add more, yeah. Got it, abandoned houses. Or it drops the most, yeah. Or any other object where it drops. We're down to 30 here. Yeah. See, I just turned the grass off there, and it didn't affect it one bit. It used to be in Blackwood. I used to have terrible grasses in Blackwood before I did them myself, and the grasses would like cut the FPS by like 20, so it would. And I was. Yeah, my grasses now are pretty well optimized, but I kind of fucked that up by adding all these trees. They look good though, that's the problem. You could do more steep banks on the coast with the trees coming down on them, in the ground like that. Yeah, but see the problem is then it stops looking like a mangrove forest, because mangrove forests usually are on like just straight flat land. But then again, I suppose I don't have to go with strictly what nature on our planet goes with. I do think we have a lot of options. Yeah. Is anybody else streaming at the moment? Roy is streaming. Who should we raid? Should we raid Roy or Kyle? I know we didn't get that much like visible work done. There's nothing, you know, there wasn't exactly anything to look at like differently in this stream. It was just, oh, except for like a dock and a house, but that stuff's like adding beautiful looking forests is, you know, sure, it's important. Adding nice looking environments is important, but you know, what's kind of equally important to me is to kind of get things running well for as many people as possible. You know, I'd rather, I want to see as many people be able to play this as possible. It's bad enough that we can't get Skyblivion on, bad enough if we can't get Skyblivion on consoles. I would love people to be able to play Skyblivion on consoles, but sadly that just isn't the case. So my next best hope is to get as many people able to play it on PC as possible. So that's why getting performance and optimization as good as possible is very important to me. So it is. I think it's very important to all of the level designers, the interior artists and the exterior artists. So, you know, even those 40s are like those areas with 40, like 30, 40, and 50, that's 30 and 40, 50 to me. But for someone with lesser hardware, that's, you know, probably going back into the teens again. So, you know, there's a lot more stuff that I could do to improve it, and I do want to improve it, even if it does mean deleting some stuff, as much as I don't want to do it. Yeah. But, who do you guys think we should raid? Roy or Rebel? You have to comply with hardware at least from 2016. That's the safe bet. Because, what was that? That was Special Edition's release? Yeah. Because it's one of the things I'm most excited for, is watching people play this game. Not to play it myself, watching people play it. And, you know, if I only cater to the people with the high-end hardware, what's the point? You know? Kyle to make peace? Alright. Why not get Skyblivion on Creation Club for consoles? One big reason is it requires a Skyrim Special or Skyrim script extender, which doesn't run on consoles. Also, we wouldn't be able to charge it. We wouldn't want to charge it because we've promised for years that it would be free, and we don't want to turn our backs on that promise. There we go. Raiden Kyle. Yeah, so thank you again. There was a lot of you in here today. Despite the fact that it was just a boring optimization stream that we didn't even get 100% on. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I was actually going to stream Doom today, but you guys don't want to see me play Doom. That's just the truth of it. You guys don't want to see me play Doom. You want to see Skyblivion. My fucking Twitch name is Skyblivion D, so you want to see me play. You want to see me develop Skyblivion. So yeah, I decided just to do a bit of optimization work on a Sunday. Maybe that's what Sundays could be. Optimization Sunday. Just going around and, you know, making sure stuff runs well. But thank you so much to the thank you so much to Repairman for the cheeky little donations. Thank you much to the subs and the gift subbed. I think that was you, Menno. So yeah, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I can't make any promises though. So yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See ya. Links in the chat, by the way.
How was your stream?